So first thing I'm going to be doing are my brows, and I always start by brushing them, and then I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Ebony. And I'm going to start out by drawing a line underneath my brows, just kind of outlining where I want them to go, and I'm going to do the same thing on the top. And when you are doing the inner part of your brows, you really want to make sure that you do the strokes in the same way that your brows grow so it can be more natural. And I'm doing the same thing on my other eye. And I always finish by brushing my brows just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. Then I'm going to be taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm going to be underlining my brows just to make sure that the lines are straight and even, and this also gives an underbrow highlight which can make them appear to have a higher arch. So I'm going to be using Too Faced Chocolate Bar to do my eyeshadow. And I'm going to start with the shade White Chocolate, and I'm going to put that underneath my brows just to highlight. Next, I'm going to be using Salted Caramel, and I'm just going to put that right in the crease of my eye, just so my makeup at the end, it will really blend together and there won't be any harsh lines. Make sure you really blend this in though. You don't want to have it looking like two different shades. They want to mesh into one. So I'm blending that in, and now I'm going to be using Amaretto on my lid. It's this really pretty bronzy type color, and it really blends well with Triple Fudge. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. So you're going to put that all over your lid, and then in my corner I used Creme Brulee. It's really like a nice goldy highlight type color, and it really blends well with the Amaretto and just brings out the eyes. I'm just going to use Champagne Truffle right here in the corner just to kind of add like a little pop. And then I'm going to go to Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette, the color Noir, and I'm going to put that over the Triple Fudge in my crease just to kind of darken it up. Like, I'm a dramatic person, so I like dramatic colors. Next, I'm going to move on to my face, and I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Deep. And I'm going to be using the lightest shade underneath my eyes just to kind of brighten them up. And here I'm using a blending brush. You can also use a sponge, which works just as well, but I ran out, so I had to use a foundation brush this time. And I'm just going to use the third shade, and I'm going to use that underneath my lip and on my chin because those areas do not need as much brightening as the rest of my face does. And I'm going to apply the same to my nose. And I'm doing this very quickly because I had to film this video super fast, so bear with me here. And now I'm adding the darkest shade around my face, so on my forehead, and I'm going to do the same right in the crease of my cheek, right under my cheekbone. I'm just going to draw that line there. And same on the other side. And then I'm going to take a fan brush and I'm just going to blend all over my forehead, because if you don't blend this correctly, you can basically end up looking like a clown, as I do right now. So bear with me again. And I'm just going to do the same thing over my forehead and also on my cheeks. More, blending. If you listen closely, you can hear my brother in the background, even though I told him to be quiet while I was filming this video. So I'm blending in my cheeks more. So after I've finished pretty much doing all of my blending, I'm going to take my MAC Match Master foundation and I'm going to blend that in with my neck, because most people do not know that when you buy foundation, you're supposed to match it to your neck. not your forehead or the middle of your face. You match it to your neck because that is the darkest part and that is what closely matches to the rest of your face. And I'm now going to start highlighting, and I'm going to use MAC's highlighter, and it's in the color Gold Deposit. And once again, I'm going to be using my fan brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust that across my cheekbone. Ellis, please. And on the same on the other side. And that pretty much sums up my face. Same thing on the nose. Now I'm going to put on my lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and fan those, make sure that they're on all the way. And then I'm going to take black liner, and I'm just going to line over the top of my lashes to make sure there aren't any spaces in between them. So now I'm going to do my favorite part, which is the lips, and I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Heathers. It's a nice reddish, but it also has kind of like a burgundy look to it. It's just kind of depending on the lighting that you have it in. So make sure you get that all the way around, and make sure that your lips are dry when you put this on so you can get it in the inner part of your mouth, because I struggle with that.